Introducing the Be Quiet Dark Base Pro 900, a fully modular full tower case that has elegance with style. With its tinted tempered glass side that has been heated in a way that strengthens the glass, your components will look amazing. The tempered glass side also has screws with a rubber protection around them for added protection when removing the side panels to ensure no scratching happens when the sides are being unscrewed. And though being somewhat a finger magnet as glass would be, it really does make a case stand out from its competitors. Be Quiet have thought about all aspects of this case from cooling to cleaning. With the honeycomb air holes around the top, bottom and sides too, this is easy to remove dust filters that are both situated in the front of the case, one inside the aluminium door and the other one at the bottom of the case, both easy to remove and clean. Once you remove the side glass panel, you will see around 3mm of sound dampening attached to the side, hence shh, be quiet. You will also find similar sound dampening layers on the top of the case, although this layer is slightly thinner than the one placed on the back. To coincide with the noise reduction, Be Quiet have included two 140mm silent wing free fans in the front and one in the back, as well as with anti-vibration grommet feet for your PSU as well. Thumb screws on both sides of the case make the Dark Base Pro 900 easily accessible, and with thumb screws staying in place once they've been loosened, you won't have to worry about losing them when you're building into your case. On the non-glass rear side panel, you will find room for two 120mm fans for extra airflow and heat distribution depending on your build, with an easy removable cover that allows you the option to have fans or not. Be Quiet, you truly have thought of everything. Inside the case you have an array of up to 7 hard drive slots for the option of either up to 8 3.5 inch mechanical hard drives or 8 2.5 inch SSDs, along with the option of also placing one SSD on the rear of the motherboard tray as well. On the back of the hard drive tray there's a total of 21 screws, and again the screws do not fall out once they're loosened should you need to remove any of the trays at all. On the front of the case there's brushed aluminium door which is very well made. You will also find when you open the door there's either 2 disk drives if you're old school, or a space for a reservoir if you're water cooling, or another option is to add 120mm fan or 140mm fan, the bracket is included. Also on the front of the door you will find another thicker layer of sound dampening which is around 4mm thick, and a front sliding switch which is also used to control the fans. Next to the switch you will find a button which is used to cycle through the different LED light options or turn them off completely. Below these button features you will also find two 140mm silent wing free fans as well. There's also room in the bottom of the case to place one or two 120mm fans or one or two 140mm fans. That includes you'd be able to put a radiator of 140 in there, or a 280, or a radiator of 120 or a 240, and this is depending on if you take out the hard drive tray at the bottom. Along with the anti-vibrational grommet feet for your PSU, you also have the function to be able to move the PSU tray backwards and forwards. If you're having some issues with your PSU tray being placed all the way back, then you can remove the inlets from the back of the case to make more room. Screws from these inlets can be found on both sides of the case, and there's a total of 8 screws. The case itself is a brushed aluminium, with the top of the case being a combination of aluminium and plastic. Although it looks amazing, it's really prone to grubby finger marks like glass, so my best advice is to wear gloves when handling this case. There's a multifunctional LED option included within this case that you can find your perfect lighting setup using the switch inside the front of the door. The top of the case is fully removable and has 8 tabs that you need to gently push in order to remove it. There are 8 expansion slots available for the GPUs, and the case can fit GPUs from 325mm in length to 470mm in length. Again, this does depend on whereabouts your graphic card sits in your motherboard, and you may have to remove the hard drive trays as well. The PSU length ranges from 150mm to 284mm, and this case is compatible with motherboards that are eATX through to mini ITX. The Dartbase Pro 900 also boasts that it can fit up to 15 SSDs into this case, so you really could make this a beast. Rah! Along with the fan controller situated at the front of the case, on the side of the motherboard tray you will find the fan controller hub, which is controlled by the fan controller in the front. So which came first, the fan switch or the fan controller hub? We're not too sure. It's like the chicken and the egg. But anyway, that's on the side of the motherboard tray, which is on the non-glass side, which has got a 4x4 pin and a 4x3 pin controller and a manual of 5 volts to 12 volts PWM, which is on the hub. Knowing that this case is the Dartbase Pro 900 and not the Dartbase 900, you also get the QI charger, which some say that it's a QI charger, some people say that it's a Qi charger. I call it a wireless charger. So my conclusion about this case is absolutely superb. Be quiet. They've only made 3 cases, and this is like one that really does stand out from the crowd. Number one, it's got tempered glass, slightly tinted. It's got rubber ends that go around the screws. You can also take the rubber screws, there's no such thing as rubber screws, is there? But anyway, you can take the screws out and you can add them to the other side of the actual case, so you can rotate the door from the front of the case and have it swinging the other way open, as well as turning the motherboard and going from the left hand side to the right hand side. This case is fully modular. I like the fact that you got 12 possibilities just in the instruction book alone, and there's more possibilities on top of that. Water cooling and custom water cooling and CPU air cooling arrangement is, you've got no problem whatsoever in this case. For a medium-sized case, this has got a lot of opportunity, a lot of options, a lot of functionality. I'm really damn impressed with this case, especially with the Qi or the wireless charging or the QI charging. It's really awesome. You've got 2 USBs at the top, which is 3.5, which is up to 5 gigabits per second. You've got a big power button, which is an LED. You've got a fan controller in the front. You've got a fan controller hub in there. They include cable like ties that are velcro and stuff, keep your cables all nice and tidy. You can put up to 15 SSDs in there. You can put mechanical hard drives in there. If you're old school, you can either take this out or put it back in, and this is for your DVD CD rewriter, so you can put 2 of them in there. You've got a door as well that covers everything up. They thought about the airflow in there. There's so many different rotations. You can literally put this in a science lab and work out the best equation of how to have the perfect the perfect airflow in this case to exhaust heat or to make it balanced. It's so cool. I love the fact that you've got removable motherboard tray, but not just removable, the whole back, and you can move it up and down. If the power supply is too big or too small, you can move it around. It's so sick. I can't believe from a company that's only made 3 cases could come up with such a great idea. Kudos and hats off to whoever designed this case. Super. Another thing as well is, if you're good at cable management, great, but there's so much difference of opinion of where the cables could hang out and where you could obviously move and rotate the motherboard around and the way the panels fit and stuff like that. I like the side panel as well, which I haven't got it on with me right now, but you can open it up and put further 2 120mm fans on the side. Superb, excellent idea. Only thing I really don't like is smudge and dirty fingers when you're actually rubbing the case or picking up the case. It's very smudgy. That is a problem, but the case other than that is sick. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you dislike it, I'm coming for you, because why would you dislike this case? It's by a proper company and it's thought of everything near enough. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like the video and hit that bell so you can see more videos that come in from me, and hopefully it's going to be more awesome videos like this, because this is really truly awesome. 10 out of 10 from me. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks.